Shalom, brothers and sisters. My name is Priest Ayathun, and today we have an interesting topic. But before we go on, I would like to say Dawada to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and Dawada to my elders and His truth, Elder Tahar, Elder Gabar, Elder Rakah, Elder Rhymelab, and the other brothers who came in His truth before me, whom I've learned a lot from. Everything basically through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Now today's topic is the Illuminati and the music industry. The reason why I chose this topic is because the so-called white man has a device called the entertainment industry, and he uses this device, and I'm talking about the elites, the Illuminati, the super rich that run this world, this government behind the scenes. They have devised the entertainment industry as a way to brainwash the masses, as a way to turn them away from the truth, to blind them, to pull a wool over their eyes, and to basically turn them into puppets. Alright, so let's go to a scripture first, because everything must be filtered through the scriptures. If it can't be found in the scriptures, guess what? It's bullshit. So the first scripture we're going to go to is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. Changes to the King James. Second Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Now let's break that down. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. First of all, who's the us? Well, this is Paul talking, and who was Paul sent out to teach? Paul was sent out to teach the Israelites. So when he says us, he's talking about the nation of Israel, in particular the 1/3 of Israel, the chosen, who the Most High has woken up. Because guess what? 2/3 of the nation of Israel, Satan will get in. Well, Satan has an advantage over them right now. Satan's devices are working perfectly against them. But the Most High has a chosen elect whom he woke up to his secrets, alright? Which the Illuminati is a secret. But the Most High said he's going to reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Alright? But it's our job to convey those secrets to the masses. I mean, we got to teach everybody. But the Most High said he put the 2/3 in deep sleep. So only 1/3 of Israel is going to get this. Which is you brothers out there. You brothers and your sisters watching this. And who's Satan? Well, that's easy. The word Satan means adversary. Now all you got to do is check the history of the so-called Negro man, the so-called Puerto Rican man, the brothers over there in South America, so-called North American Indians. Check the history. They all had the same common enemy, the same adversary, the so-called white man, the devil. I don't care if he calls himself a caveman, Caucasian, a Spaniard, conquistador, a Roman, a Greek. They're all the goddamn devil and Satan. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Now, like I said, the entertainment industry, that's one of his major devices. Now, let's look up the word devices. Because like the elders always say, the meaning of words is very important. See, Esau hides behind his words, alright? The scriptures tell you how slick he is. That's why the scriptures refer to Esau as a serpent. Because he's good with the tongue. He's good at deceiving people. Also why he's called the devil, which means deceiver. He's got something called new speak. And through his new speak, he wonderfully and damn near perfectly deceived the masses. Now let's look up the word device. Dictionary.com. Alright, we're going to go straight to the points. It says a thing made for a particular purpose, an invention or contrivance, especially a mechanical or electrical one. Right, because the entertainment industry, that was an invention. You didn't have where in the Bible does it talk about the entertainment industry? Where in the Bible does it talk about sports or stand-up comedy? That ain't nowhere in the Bible. That's not in the scriptures. So where the hell did this come from? Well, this goes back to the so-called white man. Alright, let's read number 2. It says a plan or scheme for effecting a purpose. Now tell me that the so-called white man is not the master of plans and the master of schemes. Look at 9/11. That was a so-called white man. The Pentagon, when that got hit, so-called white man. All these terrorist attacks, so-called white man. Alright? The way he traps you up with his licenses and his privileges when the Most High gave us God-given rights. That's a plan, that's a scheme for effecting a purpose. Now what is that purpose? That purpose is a new world order. Alright? The so-called white man is doing all of this bullshit, all this planning, all of this scheming for his new world order, because that's his purpose. Alright? And the way he's gotta do that is by blinding the masses. Let's read down. It says a crafty scheme, a trick. Alright? Like those executive orders, like the what's that thing they passed after 9/11? The Patriot Act. That's a crafty scheme, that's a trick. They created disaster, then they come up with some bullshit ass legislation, alright? And they word it in a way to make it seem like it's to support the people, to protect them, but it's really to put them deeper and deeper into slavery. That's a crafty scheme, that's a trick. It says a particular word pattern, figure of speech, combination of word sounds, right? Like I said, he traps you up with his speech. Like if you read one of his contracts, you'll spend like that's why most of his contracts, especially like a music contract, you gotta have a lawyer look over that. Somebody that's especially an expert in those words to look over them contracts, because the so-called white man will twist that shit up quick. I mean, just look at what he did to the North American Indians. And the North American Indians, that's gad, they weren't no dummies. But see, where they fucked up at is that they trusted the so-called white man when the scriptures strictly forbid you of that. And that's read in the Apocrypha. But what happened with them is they fell off of the teachings of the Most High, of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and that's where they fucked up at. Alright? And that's how 2/3 of our own people today is fucking up. Alright, so let's move away from this word device, because and get more into this topic of music, because the entertainment industry is vast. I mean, the entertainment industry contains of sports, right? Of the Olympics, contains of so-called performing arts, you know, stage playing, comedy. But the two of the strongest devices of that entertainment industry, or this devil, is Hollywood, the movie industry, and the music industry. Alright? But this particular topic is going to focus on the music industry. So let's look up the word music. Music. Let's read the definition of music. Now, remember I said earlier that you have to filter everything through the Bible. Now, is music in the Bible? Well, hell yeah. Music is in the Bible. Because what we have today, the garbage, which the Most High calls noise, and we'll pull that scripture out also. The music we have today, you can't call that shit music. That bullshit. You can't. That's not music. That's garbage. That's noise, as the Most High calls it. I mean, that's the perfect word for it. That's noise. Now let's read the description of music. It says, an art of sound and time that expresses ideas and emotions in significant forms through the elements of rhythm, melody,